Welcome to Kids Academy.
Hi Kids Academy viewers, this is Coach Rob with our third lesson about special moves, and today we're going to be talking about castling. Castling is a very special move, and a lot of my students love to castle in their games because it lets chess players break 3 rules. I'm going to go ahead and do a castle on the board, on the computer. And castling happens between the king and the rook, and I want you to think about which 3 rules is Coach Rob breaking. So I'm picking the king up, and I'm going to let go, and voila, we have a castle. Which 3 rules did we just break? Well, if you said the king moved 2 steps, normally kings only go 1 at a time, you're absolutely correct. The rook also jumped over the king and went right next to the king on the other side. Rooks never jump over except when we castle. And finally, we were able to move 2 pieces in 1 turn, a very special move to be sure. And all the best chess players in the world castle. And the reason they do this is because it helps keep the king safe. We sort of tuck away the king in the corner of the chessboard, and there are these 3 pawns acting as a shield or acting as a wall to keep away the opposing forces. There's a rook patrolling the first rank. If anyone tries to come down and attack the king from this side, the rook can keep the king nice and safe. So all the best chess players castle their kings, and it's something that you should be trying to do as well. Now when you castle, we call this half of the board the king side. This is where the kings start. And of course you can castle king side like I just did, but we can also castle, you got it, on the queen side. And it's important to know that whenever you castle, the king always moves 2 spaces. I'll go ahead and do a king side castle. And for black, I'll do a queen side castle. I still go 2 steps, and the rook jumps over and goes right next to the king on the other side. However, you'll notice these castles look a little bit different. This white king is only 1 step away from the corner. This black king is 2 steps away. So there's pros and cons to this. The white king might be a little bit more safe, a little bit more secure, but this black rook is immediately attacking and influencing the center of the board. So whenever you castle, the king goes 2 steps and the rook hops over and goes right next to the king on the other side. It's important to note that when you notate this move, you can see it right here on my screen, a kingside castle is 0-0, and a queenside castle is written as 0-0-0. And you can think of this, an easy way to remember what this means, is it's how many squares the rook moves. So on a kingside castle, the king moved 2 squares, so 2 zeros. On a queenside castle, this rook actually moved 3 squares, so we wrote 3 zeros here. Now, there are some times in chess where it's not possible to castle, and we're going to talk about those right now. So some rules surrounding castling and times you cannot castle. So the first time you can't castle is if there's a piece in the way. Castling only happens between the king and the rook, and white can't castle kingside. There's a knight in the way. The king can't go to that square, and the king can't castle queenside. There's a bishop in the way. So the first time you can't castle is if there's a piece in the way. The second time you can't castle is if you've moved your king or the rook. So if white makes a move, we'll play king e2, black plays king e7, white is no longer allowed to castle. This king has moved, and once the king has moved, you lose your castling privileges. Even if this king goes back to e1, black makes a move, I still cannot castle even though I'm back on my starting square because the king has moved. Same thing with the rooks. Let's say this rook goes to g1, black plays a move, I cannot castle, this rook has left its home square. I could still castle queenside though if my king hasn't moved and my rook on a1 has yet to move. I could still castle queenside, so that's a possibility. A third time you can't castle, I'm going to go ahead and make a black bishop appear. I'll put a bishop on b4. This is called check. The king is under attack. The king is in danger. When the king is in check, you are not allowed to castle. So if I were white, good chess players know we should probably block this check, force the bishop to move, and now white is ready to castle either kingside or queenside. Another time you can't castle, I know a lot of rules about castling. You cannot castle through check. So I'm going to put a bishop on g4, and let's see, put a bishop actually on h4. And black is not allowed to castle queenside in this position because you'll see this bishop is controlling d8. It has its eyes on d8. And we know in chess that you can never put your king in danger. This king is not allowed to castle queenside because he would have to pass through this d8 square, which is under the bishop's control, in order to reach c8. Black can never put the king in danger, even if it's just for a moment passing through to castle. It's not allowed. Black cannot castle on the queen side. Of course, the kingside castle is still allowed because there's nothing in the way. Black's not in check, would not be passing through check either. And just to be safe, I should mention that you cannot castle and have your king end up in check. So of course, if we have this bishop here on g4, black cannot castle queenside. This would be an illegal move, a move against the rules, because all of a sudden the king is in danger. And you can never put your king in danger. You can never put your king in check. He's the most important piece. He is the leader of your army. Never, ever, ever put your king in check. In fact, if I were playing against the computer, it would say illegal move, would make a funny sound at me and ask me to think of a new turn. You can never put your king in danger, even if you're castling. So really there are 5 times where you cannot castle. You can't castle if you're in check. You can't castle through check. You can't castle if there's a piece in the way. You can't castle if you've moved your king. And you can't castle if you've moved that rook. Of course, if you move the kingside rook, but the queenside rook has been standing still, you can still castle on the queen side. We record this move as 0-0 when we castle kingside, and 0-0-0 when we castle queenside. And we can think of the zeros as how many steps the rook has moved. Thank you for watching, and try to castle in your games, usually in the first 10 moves, but if you can castle in the first 5 moves, your king will be nice and safe in the corner of the board. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.
Subscribe to our channel to stay updated on new videos. Find links to our apps in the comments below.